Honestly, something that I see online that I think is weird is when empaths say that the people that they have sex with, or having multiple sex partners or having sex with random people, doesn't influence them negatively in any way. I feel like as an empath, when you're that sensitive to energy, or even if you're an HSP, when you're that sensitive to energy, I don't understand how you could be able to have sex with someone or have sex with multiple people who have no intentions of actually giving you real love, real care, real time, give you anything. They're simply using your body for instant gratification. As an empath, how does that not have a negative impact on your life? For me, growing up, I always knew that I should be picky. I always knew that I should be picky with who I choose to be intimate with, because if that person doesn't actually intend on giving me pure, true stability, but also giving me love and care, why would I ever share such a valued part of myself with that person? So for me, when I see empaths choosing to sleep with people who have no true pure intentions for them, it makes me wonder, are you choosing to go down a path of instant gratification, and in return you're allowing other people to use your body for the same? Like, I know for certain that when you have sex with people who don't have pure intentions for you, your life, you will see suffering in your life. And I think that's why a lot of women and men are seeing suffering in their life, because they're using sex as a means of instant gratification. They're not using it in the way that we were born to use it. Our wombs are such a sacred space, and I feel like maybe not in real life, but online, that seems to be lost, information that's being lost. Your womb is such a sacred space, and as an empath, you should know that your womb holds a story of many generations, but also the story of the person that you share your body with. So why would you sleep with just anyone and everyone? It confuses me, and I think that people who do this are a bit confused. Excuse me for saying that, but it confuses me to see someone who knows, like, they want love. They want to be with someone who takes them seriously. They want to be with someone who is going to give them security and care for them. Yet they will settle for instant gratification from someone who doesn't view your yoni or doesn't view your womb space as a beautiful diamond. They want you to exchange a diamond as if it's just plentiful rocks, basically. And I think a lot of women and men would see a change in their life if they started to think twice about who they shared such a special part of their spirit, mind, body, and soul with. Who we share our bodies with, especially as women, it influences our heart. It influences our heart, heart chakra space, and once our heart is infiltrated, it affects our entire being, our mind, body, and soul. Some of us slept with someone from years ago and still haven't recovered, and yet you're still sleeping with even more people who have no intentions of giving you anything that you deserve, that you want. So I really hope that someone can see this and really slow down on who they are choosing to sleep with, and really think about reestablishing their relationship with their body, reestablishing their relationship with their purity and their connection to the Creator, to the universe, to God, and really think about the sacredness of their body, the sacredness of their temple, the sacredness of their mind, body, and spirit, everything. I hope that once you reestablish your relationship with yourself and you reestablish your relationship with your purity, then you will choose someone who also understands you from that level, that your womb is a godlike space. From your womb, life is created. So how is that not godlike? How is that not a pure space? I feel like if you really put that into your mind, the beauty of what you hold at your center, at your core, your yoni, your womb, then you will understand that you have to choose better. And when you understand that you have to choose better, and you understand what type of person you are, you will choose better people, and the quality of your life will become better. I truly don't think people want to accept that a lot of times the quality of your life is poor. The quality of your life is declining because of who you're choosing not only to spend your time with, but also who you're choosing to share your body with. Once you share your body with that person, you are connected. Mind, body, soul, spirit. You are connected. You want to talk about soul ties, that's a soul tie, you sleeping with that person. And so for empaths to say that, like I said, for empaths to know this, to be so sensitive to energies and yet can sleep with so many people who have no pure intentions for them, you have to understand that is having a poor effect on your life, on your mind. You can sleep with somebody and it completely changes your life forever. So I hope that someone will see this and decide to reestablish their relationship with their purity. And I think a lot of us see our bodies and see our yonis and see our wombs through the lens of a man, through the lens of a patriarchal society, you could say. Just because you've been, let's say, with 4 people who they showed you they didn't have good intentions, you were with someone who didn't have a good plan for you, and you shared a special part of yourself, you still can see your yoni, you can still see your womb as a purity space. You still can see your heart, mind, body, soul, your yoni as a purity space. Don't think because you were with someone or someones who didn't take you seriously or didn't show you or treat you the way that you were supposed to be treated, that now you have to lower your value and lower your standards so that you can find someone. You still have a purity space. Just treat it as such. And when you meet someone, make sure that they can understand that that's how it's to be treated. We date based on how we see ourselves. We know this, but we have to understand how to reestablish that relationship with ourselves. And I wanted to share that because I just hate seeing people kind of loop in a cycle. Like, just as men can be sex addicts, women can be sex addicts too. You're doing something you know you have no business doing because you want instant gratification. But also, I really do believe that some people think like we have sex first and we figure out the rest after. No, that's not how it works. That's really not how it works. You get to know that person. You have to make sure that they see the value in you that you see in yourself. Make sure the value you see in yourself is a high standard. Not criticizing people, but just make sure the value you see in yourself is a high standard. Make sure that you don't view relationships as something transactional. You give me this and I'll give you that. No. But just make sure you have high standards for yourself, and when you meet somebody, make sure they can see that in you and they also see that in themselves, because men and the way they contribute to life is also very valuable. Once you've established that this person sees their value in you, after 2 meetings, they should be telling you already, I want to take you seriously. It doesn't mean you have to jump the gun and get married. It doesn't mean that you have to jump the gun and live together and have kids or whatever. But just to know that they see something in you that's valuable and they're ready to take you seriously. Don't have sex first, then wait for the person to see value in you. Why do that? And once you've done it once and you see it doesn't work, why do it again? So I just wanted to share that, just because I feel like a lot of us, no one ever sat us down as young ladies or as young men and really talked to us not only about sex and STDs and stuff like that, but also no one ever talked to us about how sex is a connection to the universe and to life and to the Creator, to God. And it should be treated as something that's sacred and special, not as something that you just do with anyone just for a quick feeling. And I just hope you guys can understand or begin to understand that who you sleep with affects your entire life. mind, body, soul, and spirit. I actually recently saw someone online say that celibacy is a trend. Is it a trend? And if it's a trend, is that such a bad thing? No, I think celibacy is good. It's a chance for you to reestablish your relationship with your purity. That's really how I see it. And there are certain things you can do during that time so that when you are ready to choose a new sex partner and you're ready to choose someone who wants to take you seriously, you choose someone who is going to see that high value in you. But you have to see that in yourself first. You have to see that purity within yourself. I've seen someone choose to, practice celibacy and do it for a good amount of time, let's just say 10 months, and then they don't choose a good partner afterwards. They choose someone who treats them like garbage, or treats them like dirt, or treats them like someone that you would just pick up off of the street. What's the point of practicing celibacy if you're going to go back into the sex world and make the same mistakes or choose the same partners as before, if not worse? So if you're going to practice celibacy, when you do, don't worry about how long it's going to be. Don't worry about, stagnancy and things like that. Use it as a time to reestablish that relationship with your self-worth, your self-esteem, and your relationship with your purity. And as an empath, there are so many things that we do already. We journal, we do shadow work, we pray, we meditate, we chant, spend time in nature. Doing all those things, you can do that and also at the same time reestablish your relationship with your purity. And I truly feel like women shouldn't feel like, if you have a high body count but you're ready to reestablish that relationship with your body and reestablish your relationship with the universe, the creator, God, and seeing the connection between the two, I don't really think it matters how many people you've been with. You're ready to change the course of your life. Some men care about how many people you've been with, some men don't. Some women care about how many people you've been with, some women don't. So don't worry about that. But just try to understand that it starts with you and the way you view yourself. And in order to change that, you have to reestablish. You have to reestablish your relationship with yourself. And this is not a thing of shame. This is not something you need to be ashamed of or hard on yourself. There's no reason to feel dirty or icky. But just see this as another spiritual thing, in addition to your spiritual discipline. I think that we should have spiritual discipline when it comes to our sex life and who we choose to have sex with. And I think that it's possible that even if you are not someone looking to settle down, you can still choose better people to share your purity space with.